Hey everyone, I wanted to come on here and share a couple of things for this year. So, probably about November, maybe October, I put a post out there about the United Methodist Women's Reading Program. Now, for my church, I am not the reading program coordinator, but when I was at one of our events, I learned that only one of our members even completed the paperwork as far as the reading program was concerned. And I'm like, reading program? What reading program? And I'm sure I've heard about the reading program, and maybe it just didn't pique my interest. Maybe I was too busy at the time. But I'm an avid reader, and I'm constantly growing myself in the types of books that I read and things like that. And of course, you know, in working in my own walk with God, I am venturing out and reading more and more books that are centered around Him, centered around our spiritual growth, things like that. And then with my work with Trades of Hope and Tori being so excited about the social action behind a lot of that, the mission work behind a lot of it, that definitely, piques my interest. So as I was researching it, I learned that you have 4 different plans that you can choose for each year that you do this. So it's January 2nd right now, so great time to start for the 2020 year. There are 4 plans. Plan 1, you read 5 books throughout the year, 1 book from each of 5 different categories, and I'll share about those categories in just a moment. Plan 2, you read 2 books from each of those categories. Plan 3, you read, Plan 2, 10 books total, 2 books from each category. Plan 3, 15 books total, 2 books from each category, and then 5 books from any of the categories that you choose. So if there are a lot of books in one particular category, or that's just your passion, that would be ideal because you can really get in some reading there. And then the 4th plan is 20 books per year. So 2 per category, and then 10 of your choice from any of those categories. Now, I am setting my goal ambitiously, and I am going to aim for the 20 book mark. Partly because my overall goal for the year is to read 120 books. I think I'm sort of on my way. I'm on book 2 of my overall reading list for the year, and it's only January 2nd, so that's pretty awesome. And the cool thing, the books that you read, some of them are just really short, quick reads. Some of them are in-depth, definite studies that you can do with a group at your church. Some of them are children's books. So what a great and easy way to see what's out there for the youth of our day, the children in our day, and you might find something that you can share with them. And I'm looking at my notes really quick because I don't want to forget anything about the reading program. One other thing, in addition to whichever goal you go with, 5, 10, 15, or 20, regular reading from the Response magazine. So you would need to go to the United Methodist Women Reading Program site to get access to that, or check at your church. Your church might actually have a subscription to it, or somebody in your women's circle might have a subscription to it, so you can check out what that is. I went ahead and subscribed for myself, and when it comes to magazines, I very much prefer a hard copy of that, so I paid a little bit extra so I can get the hard copies. But if you're an online reader, of course, that's a cheaper cost, than you can get your own subscription that way. It's 1 magazine for every 2 months. So there's a January, February, March, April. You get the picture. You need to keep track of your reading. There are forms on the website for you to do that, and then you turn it into your local coordinator. And so I encourage you to find out who that is at your particular church. Again, at my own church, that is not me, okay? And I could tell you who it used to be at my church, but we just recently changed. Otherwise, I would tell you who it is for those of you at Platt Springs who are watching this right now. But as soon as I get that reaffirmed, I will share that in like a comment section or something for you. The categories. I promised to share the categories with you. So there is Education for Mission, Leadership Development, and I should have put these up so I wouldn't have to keep looking down on you, Nurturing for Community, Social Action, and then Spiritual Growth. And the cool thing is you don't have to stick to the 2020 reading program book selection. You can go back as far as the 2015 list. So on the United Methodist Women's Reading Program site, you can see the list for 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and of course the full catalog for 2020. So go find your books. Join me in this goal for the year. You don't have to shoot for the 20. If you think you can do 5, that would be amazing. I would love for us to be able to talk about the different books. And I have done book studies in my education world where we're reading different books, but we have great dynamic discussions. So we don't have to all read the exact same book to be able to have some great discussion around what we are reading. So I challenge you to please join me. I don't want to do this alone. And let's get out there and grow ourselves, grow in our walk towards God, and I can't talk now. Our walk with God as well, knowing He's right there all along the way. There will be some challenging reading, I promise, and I am going to share a video about one of the books I just read shortly. Thank you.